this?
My father's medical records.
Okay.
What if it wasn't a heart attack? The judge had a lot of enemies.
When's the last time you had in-person contact with Jack Ziegler?
You do know everything Jack did, right? Illegal arms sales, money laundering, and contracted killings.
2 words, Forrest Whitaker. I mean, how did this happen? How did he get attached to this?
Yeah, that's a great question. So, when we wrote the role of the judge, we knew that it was a really great role for a talented, legendary Black actor of a certain age. And we started making lists because there are a lot of good names in that age bracket. But Forrest Whitaker was always at the top of every list. And when we sold this project to MGM Plus, with the connection to Godfather of Harlem, which is another great series that they air, it just all started to make sense. And he read some scripts, he loved it, and he signed on, man. We couldn't have been more happy.
For us as directors, we are trying to, we're given this great written word, and we're in one very important meeting called a tone meeting. We're trying to really convey what this person has given us, right? It's not like, let's do away with script. Let's really try to nail exactly what he's seeing, because when this is all said and done and we shoot it, so before you get to watch it, he has to go in now and make it sound like he even thought it would sound like. And so the best thing that we can do is to have some kind of symmetry and know that I'm giving him something that he can turn in to that final product.
I know what it felt like, obviously, watching it, but I'm curious for you both, when you read the script, was there any particular thing that your character did or any storyline in it that you can kind of touch on where you just went, wow?
Having the chance to read the book and then read the scripts and see how different they actually were, and getting to talk to Sherman, our showrunner and writer, and Damian, our director, about like, okay, how do we want to ride this wave of discovery? Like, because sometimes me, the impatient Grantham, goes like, how's he not got it yet? Like, how have you not figured this out, man? Like, it's right there, but also it's not right there when it's your own life. Like, and you, there's a line where Tal assumes the best in people. And so that kind of helped me with all of his interactions, where he, like, you wouldn't think that your father was capable of something. You wouldn't think that your wife was capable of something. You wouldn't think that yourself was capable of something, because you assume the best.
I think for me, it's similarly the distinct difference between the book and the scripts, in that the book is written completely from Tal's perspective. So it's written in first person, right? And it's from where we are in his mind experiencing things with him as the reader, right? So that also means that everything that is said about Kimmer in the book is tainted from his POV. It's tainted from his point of view about like how he feels about Kimmer in that moment in the story, how he feels about his memories of Kimmer when he talks about their memories. And I think reading the script, reading the books, and then reading the book, and then going to reading the script, the wow thing for me was like, wow, this is a whole other person now, divorced from being tainted by only knowing her through that point of view. Now I get to make choices and discover her on her own terms and who she is by the actions that she does in the scripts versus how Tal has perceived her.
All of it, I think, with Mariah, there's just so much meat on the bone there and so much to explore, and I still feel like there's just like, I mean, so much more that could be explored. So hopefully we'll get to do that. But yeah, it's a tremendous like gift to get to play someone so dynamic and fun, because she just comes in and takes what she wants.
Yeah, for me, I was really just attracted to play into this world of politics and money, and I'm not, because I'm not in that world, so I found it very interesting to be a part of it and to be a player in that world. And then just on a personal level, I could really relate to just the dynamic between husband and wife and marrying someone who's very driven and headstrong, and how do you manage that if you're also driven and headstrong. So that was fun.
you two play these enigmatic characters. Tell me about them.
Ooh, me first?
You
You
go ahead.
first?
Yeah, no,
Okay.
we're
She's a mystery. She's very smart. She's very cunning, and she's a little bit dangerous. That's all I can say.
I'm a lot dangerous. Not as sexy. And I'm clearly out to fulfill an agenda, but I do have duties that I like to fulfill for the family. I'm there to protect the family. But if I'm at risk, if my security or my own interests are not being served, I can get very unpleasant to be around. That's who I am.
Dad knew that he was in trouble.
What are you gonna do?
I've already done it.